Hello everybody, welcome back to Cities Skylines with me, Biffa. Here we are in the city of TeaVille, and I hope you had a great weekend. Welcome to all the new subscribers. And before we dive into our main project for today, just wanted to do a little bit of city fixing. We seem to have... Yikes! It's all gone a little bit Pete-tong over here, and the main issue is... this junction here. I thought that was going to be a problem. We've been building our new area over here. Did our golf course over here. Got some names that we've got to pick from for that a bit later on in the episode. We had this little transport hub with the trains and the buses and the trams all getting ready. The connections to the rest of the city. We've got these... this highway junction. I've just added in another highway junction here to help with the problem. But... rather than coming all the way down the highway and going down here, cars were connecting over here, which was a bit of a pain. I knew it was going to happen. So yeah, like I said, I've put this highway junction in here. Nothing too complicated. Lane mathematics, 1 lane off, 2 lanes on, splits up to here, comes over the top. Yeah, that'll be fine. And what I'm going to do with this road, rather than disconnect this road, I'm going to make this one way going in. Aha, yes. So a lot of these cars that are coming out are probably going to all just disappear. Why do one-way roads not go in the way that you'll drag in? Rather annoying. And the lanes are fine. 2 lanes for turning here, 2 lanes for going around there. And all the cars are going to come back. So hopefully down here, let's just do a quick cheeky control click. Get dedicated turning lanes for coming in. That's a teeny tiny piece of road there, isn't it? Let's just upgrade that one as well. Get all these lanes working as they should. That's more like it. Control click, dedicated turning lanes. I might just... nah, that's okay. That's not too busy. So hopefully now there's not so much traffic coming out of this one. But if any of these cars need to get in, that's fine. We've got a... what is going on? It's like everyone suddenly decided to all leave all at the same time. Yeah, so we'll leave that running anyway, and hopefully that will just help things a little bit more. And then when they come up here, let's just use the in-game tool. Take a quick look where most of these cars are going. So quite a few now are going up the highway and out. Some are still going straight on. Yeah, this junction may end up changing at some point. We shall see. I also don't want any lane switching there. Or there. I'd like you to pick your lane when you come in there. So if we do that and say, when you're coming in, pick your lane, pick your lane, pick your lane. Oi, what's people disappearing for? Don't do that. I do have despawning turned off, but sometimes when you really monkey with things, it messes people up. And now we've got this connection up here they can use all the way along there, come off there. Yeah. So they've still got lots of options, but it's not going to be that teeny tiny road. Thank you for the feedback on the golf course. Most of you liked it. The odd person who actually plays on a golf course was like, whoa, that doesn't look like a golf course. But, you know, it's my city. I can make the golf courses as I wish. A great suggestion to have a waterfall coming down here. Maybe we'll do that sometime. But I'm just going to go and pick a name out of all the name suggestions for our TeaVille golf course. And I will be back with you. Okay, so the most voted for name for our golf course was by Thomas Parr, and it was, and I thought this was very clever, there we go, the Tee Off TeaVille golf course, and that is fantastic. And the only other little things that I've changed in here at the moment is there's a few comments about how are people going to get from this side of this hole to that side because there was this water through the middle. So I've added a little path, and I've also added a little bit of parking for all the posh people that don't want to get the bus. They can now drive here and park their car. And yes, of course, when the golfers are going up and down here into the mountain, they are going to put their golf carts into their pockets the same way that they do with the cars. Of course, that's what everybody does in City Skylines. So on to today's project. We are going to move from this area over here. Don't worry, we haven't finished it yet. Lots to do there. We are going to go right back across TeaVille over here to the islands of Earl Grey. Yes, Earl Grey Isle, Earl Grey Square, Heights, and Earl Grey Isle. We started this a long time ago and actually never got to finish it. And it's because I just keep wondering, what am I going to do with this area here? We've got A little business sort of park area here where the cargo and things come in. We've got some high density residential down here, down this big street. You can sort of feel how enclosed and claustrophobic it is down here. And then we've got some really sort of posh housing over on this side. Although, oddly enough, there's lots of little cul-de-sacs where people just won't move in. And I don't know why, which is really weird. But some of these, we've got lots of these nice little houses. I think these are the low density residential greenhouses. And I like the way they look. But in here, in the centre, I wanted to do something. And I want to try and encourage lots of visitors, lots of tourists to come over here. So what I am thinking is we are going to use some of the unique buildings, particularly looking at the level 6 unique buildings. I want to build something nice for the Museum of Modern Art, or the Modern Art Museum, and the Theatre of Wonders. We may pop something else in there as well. But these two buildings, I like the sloped roof of both of these. I think they look pretty cool. So we're going to try and build something for them. I'm thinking maybe in this little spot. Yeah, in this spot up here. So most people are coming in here via ferry. In fact, all the people, because there's no road connections anywhere to the rest of the city, of course. So when they come here, they're going to travel up this road. They're going to go around this roundabout. And then they're going to come down here. And what I would like is just something a little bit different. We're going to take this 2-lane one-way road with grass. And we're going to have like a little one-way system coming up here. Maybe sort of in between those two nodes. Yeah, something like that. And then across here. And let's just make an interesting shape and see where we end up. And that's going to connect to there. And then what we could do is maybe change where this one connects. And then we want that to connect there. There we go. That'll be fine. So there's a bit more of a gap between those two junctions. That'll be good. That's got junctions for going either way. What we're going to do is set that to be one way. No, set that to be give way. That is also going to be give way. And that... Yeah, we want some extra junctions on here. So I'd like some asymmetrical roads. So let's grab a 2 and a 1. Pop that on there and pop that on there. Let's go for this. That will spread one lane out into 2. Yeah, that'll be fine. And then this one can be the trees down to there. That's okay. There we go. So we've got an interesting shape up here. And then we can work on that. Let us come in here and grab a slightly different road. Let's have the one with the trees for in the middle. And then maybe we could have that one going up to there. Is that going to be large enough for these items? Let us take a look. So that one, so that could fit in there nicely. And this one, I'm sure, could fit in here. Ah, the start of a new section. The start of a new section. I love it. And this little bit down here, we do have some car parking. But this area down here is crying out for a car park. But before we do that, I want to get some paths and things going in here. Let's have a look at the zoo path. So if we just go like that, let's bring that one back a touch. And I like that one. It's got that sort of paved look to it, which is quite cool. So I'm going to just add a few of those in around the place. So the reason I'm putting fencing around all of these, we're not going to be charging people to come into this area. So the fences aren't there to stop people cutting across and not paying. But I was thinking we could go for some really highly manicured gardens and things in some of these other spaces, perhaps. Something along those lines. So we'd want to sort of protect it from people walking on there. That's the idea. And while we're at it, just a little bit of extra parking I think would be very handy. We'll just see if we can pop some of that in over here. Okay, so I've decided to enclose the whole thing in these nice fences. I like the look of those. We will do some detailing around here. Oh, I didn't finish enclosing this thing. I think we're going to have to open up a couple of areas just so we can get some more items in here. But I just thought I'd do this just to see how it looks. And I do quite like the look of it. There we go. Just use the Move It mod just to sort of give that a bit of a curve. There we go. That's all connected up. That's fine. And then finally this one over here. So that can go to there and that can go to there. There we go. So a bit of extra parking. People are already walking in to come and enjoy this area, which is nice. And we got some nice room for flower beds and detailing. We'll have a look at that after. So I'm thinking actually these two areas here, we will add something in. So this road is going to go, these fences are going to go. I'm just wondering about the walkable, zonable, pedestrian paths. These ones here, we have something like that coming down the middle. And then we can put some buildings off of those. Maybe we'll go for, yeah, I do like this wooden one. Let's go for that one. So we sort of add that in there. I don't want it to jump and connect. So if we go to there and then we'll grab that. I think it'll look like it's going to connect, but I don't think anyone's going to walk on it because of the fence going across there. That's good. And then we'll do the same the other side as well. We're going to have to redraw some fences in the middle, but that's okay. Let's just bring that up to there. Very good. And then what could we add in here? Okay, I think a couple of parks in this area would fit good. We've got the official park here, which is one of the requirements for the Eden project. We've already got the Eden project, if I remember correctly, but that's fine. Something like that would look good. Then we can detail that. And then this side, helicopter park, I think would look quite nice. Let's actually line it up central with that park path over there. There we go. And then we can do a little bit of detailing around that. And then I also saw this one here, Grand Library. Acclaimed. Yep, still doing good. Which I think would fit nicely on that corner over there. And sort of echoes the style of this building. That is a cool looking building as well. I really like that one. Very nice, very nice. And we can definitely add some more detail around that. So I think this is going to be our central point. We can detail around here. What about this little bit over here? Feels like it needs something. We're definitely going to need some parking for our library. So maybe let's just add that in. And while I think of it, as much as I like these sort of little cut-through type parking things, just something a little bit different, I'm going to use the Traffic Manager mod to do vehicle restrictions on that road. I'm actually going to turn off everything. SOS, whatever that is. This cars can go in there, of course. No taxis, nothing else. There we go, all the way through, and that should be that one as well. Yep, cars only, nothing else. You know, I was saying there's these little cul-de-sacs that are over here as well that just don't have any houses on them. And they're all marked up for low-density residential and nothing. I'm wondering whether it's the size of the spaces that we've got or something. I don't know. But what I've just done is I've just used the Move It mod just to make these cul-de-sacs a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller. And it started popping the houses in. I think some grew over here. There we go. We've now got some over at the end here, which is fantastic. That's good. So I'm just going to go along here and do that. And then I'm also going to put some thought in what we need next over here. So other than the detailing, I'm not going to put any more buildings in there or any more parks. We're going to detail the rest of that. So I'd like something to transition from this down here to this up here. So I need to give this area a little bit of thought. So what I'm thinking about between these two sections here, we've got the high density residential green type houses, as I'm going to just take out this district here and just slightly change this little bit, and we'll give it a go and see what we end up with. And that is going to be Myrtle Park, which we may adjust the name of that. And then we're going to add a theme in here. So enable theme management. We're going to go for the international theme. And the reason for that is international, high density residential, all the ones that are included, level 5. We're going to get some tall buildings, but not too tall. So we shall see how that goes. I've done a little bit of detailing in here as well. Just like I'm a big fan of fences now. I've been sold on fences. So we've got fences all around these little trees and around the parks, and it just really makes this area stand out. I think it looks fantastic now. I like that a lot. And in the middle of the houses here, I would like to use planters and try and sort of build around these to make this still look like a nice little area. What's the biggest planter we've got? That is about the biggest. We've got... Let's have a look. Anything larger? Oval XL. Yeah, that's about the biggest we've got, isn't it? But I'd like to use something like that and build around it somehow and make this into a nice area. So let's grab a road first of all. We're going to use this one here. Let's have a look. Houses are going to... Yeah, we could build off of this. Okay, so we're going to start off with this first of all. This is going to leave us a bit of a gap in the middle here. And I want to run some paths through and sort of connect these together. But I think these buildings will look nice alongside these ones. Looking at the height, which is going to work out good. Before some of these build in, let's get some paths in here. I think we'll go with the same paths that we've got over here to sort of tie the whole thing together. And too late, all the houses are coming in. Never mind, we need to get rid of some of those. So we're just going to run that along the back here and down there. Okay, what do you reckon? I think that looks quite nice. Nice little homemade park with a path running through there. Very nifty, very nifty. And some high-rise blocks that are only going to get bigger. And that'll be what they can visit before they come over to here and spend all their money. We just need to sort of fill this area in a little bit down here as well. There we go. I think that looks all right. I like that. And we've got a little winding path coming up through here now, which people are already starting to use to get around. And then we've got our nice little park here. And some of these buildings are already upgrading. So let's just see what level that is. So that's just heading into the level 2. So that's quite good. So once we get a few more this sort of size, I think I'll just sort of keep them. Oh, that's heading up to level 3. Yeah, we'll keep that one there. Use this historical building option. Yeah, so we'll see as they upgrade. We'll try and keep some of these larger ones on the back here, maybe down to these smaller ones towards the front. I think that looks good, which will lead into this area here. So actually, while I think of it, I'm just going to historical building these, which means they will still upgrade, but they will keep this same shape and look. So now I would like to also do a similar thing in this area here and this area here. So let me just mark that all out. And I may even sort of spread it to this side of the road as well, but we'll see how we go with what we've got at the moment. But yeah, all of this now is going to look the same as that, maybe with another little park or two drawn in here. Let's get to that. Okay, so we've done a little bit more. Here we are up along the coast here where the ferries come in on the left-hand side. We've again gone for the international buildings and we've added this lovely little park walking through here, just cutting from one side to the other. Put a little bit of decoration on the roundabout and added in a car park over the back here because people were parking on the roundabout and I said, no parking on the roundabout. So that's fine. They've got a parking space. And then over here we've got our roundabout that we decorated before. We've got this little path that cuts through the back here, which is getting a lot of use, which is fantastic. This I've sort of... It's like an overgrown area with just the undergrowth and the trees just all sort of clumped together there. Nothing particular going on. And then we're back to the area that we've done before. And all we've got left to do today is decorate this area. But before we do that, I want to come... I mean, there's so much work goes into just this little bit when you start decorating. We've got all the rest of the island. It's fantastic. Let's go all the way back over here. And see how our traffic jam is doing. So that's the road that we turned to be one way going in. So that seems to be working okay at the moment. So where are all the cars going in and out? So let's just check our junctions that we've put in. That junction is looking fantastic. Yep, that's doing okay. And this one over here, still doing all right. So I'm pretty pleased with that. Let's just have a look at our traffic. Back to 80% again. That is absolutely brilliant. And let's just have a look. Yeah, look, there we go. So this is where the traffic jam was. This is still a bit of a jam. I think we're going to have to change something up here. Oh, do you know what? I think I might have to bite the bullet. And these two traffic jams here, if I remember correctly, are... Yeah, they are time traffic lights, but they are individually set. So, like, these ones are going, but now they're stopping here. Oh, they're just lucky that they've overlapped. It would be great if the guys that make Traffic Manager, with the cool auto control quick setup, you could select more than one node and have them in sync in a certain direction. Oh, there's a lot of work that would go into that, isn't there? But maybe we can just set this one a little bit longer. What are we at? So the second one down. Let's just stop and pause that a minute. It's still set 3 and 8, isn't it? Let's do 8 and 12 on that one. Yeah, start that up again. And then this one here. Oh, it's on the same one. There we go. So that's number 1. So let's edit that, and set that to 5 and 12. Keys am I pressing there? Oh yeah, there we go. 5 and 12. Let's save that. Start that up and see whether that helps. I'm setting this one at less than this one because I know some of them are going to be going left and right and out of the way. And let's just see whether that helps over the next few iterations of that traffic light. Ah, look, there you go. Literally a couple of minutes later and the traffic has gone down. So I think combination of longer traffic lights and not having all the traffic coming in from the top, that has worked really, really well. I just want to make one slight adjustment here. Let's grab, hopefully I can fit this in without messing up all of my trees. Yeah, I want to upgrade that to 2 lanes coming up there and 2 lanes there. And I'm just wondering whether to do the same over here. No, because we've got 2 lanes plus the 1 is the 3 lanes. We'll do that. So now we've got dedicated turning lanes for the guys and girls coming. Whoa, that's loud. Guys and girls coming up here. And I just want to change that because we're not letting them go straight on, are we? It's just left and right. And the same over here, just left and right. And that has worked really, really well. Excellent. So back over here in our park that we made earlier, I'm just popping in some walking paths. There we go. So people that are coming up here can actually come in and walk around and enjoy that park. But I think this area has turned out really, really well. I have a great amount of respect for people that detail their cities and spend lots of time doing this sort of thing all the time. It's not something I would normally do, but I've really enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. It's taken me so long to do this and fix that other bit of traffic, that this is going to have to be detailed in another episode. But if you haven't seen it, there's a good series going on at the moment, the Cities Skylines Global Collaboration. If you just Google global collaboration, I'll try and put a link in the description as well. But you can see a load of absolutely amazing City Skyline city detailers. They really go to town, pun intended, of detailing their cities. And you can go and check out a series where they are building all on the same map. So that is going to look absolutely fantastic. But yeah, there we go. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next episode, and maybe check out the video on the screen as well. Thank you very much for joining me. I do appreciate it as always. Take care. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.